Baby, I gotta masturbate, yeah. Woo! Whip it out and masturbate, yeah. Masturbate. When there's no girl for me, I whip it out and masturbate. And stroke it down. And to masturbate.
Welcome to Useless Threats.
Baby, I gotta masturbate, yeah.
Hello.
Masturbate.
It doesn't. It fucking doesn't.
That is the greatest fucking
Right?
song on the planet.
Did you like that cut too? That
I like the cut.
Yeah, I
like
thought
the
you
cut.
dig that,
It's
man.
A good solid cut.
Yeah.
I had a little fade at the end of it.
Yeah.
So
dude, good.
Exactly. Bam.
Good.
Bam.
Good. You want to introduce our guest?
All right.
All right.
Today's special guest on Useless Threats Season 2, Episode 3 is Mr. Los Vincent from
Kounter Mehzure.
Yeah.
Was that sultry enough for you? Or
I think that was good.
Go
Let's try it again. Today's special guest is
Los Vincent from Kounter Mehzure.
I like that one better.
Tee.
All right, man. So
Sometimes I dingle my dangle.
how was the fucking drive out here, man?
It was good. It was good.
Yeah.
You know, getting an hour outside of insanity and coming into this place that almost hit a couple of cows, and I was like, wow, somebody must be related to that cow. I can't hit that cow, man.
Well, was it a legitimate cow or just like a really large woman that was checking her mail?
Man, now my whole version of reality has been skewed.
Because I mean, at your
could
age, your
have
eyesight is
been.
probably starting to,
That explains that explains why I saw him at the Trot Bar and Grill. Hey, that makes sense.
Yeah. Did you see any goats on the
cows,
way
lot
out?
lizards. It's all the same.
See the goats?
See any goats?
See any goats?
Nope, no goats.
No goats.
This has been a goatless trip, unfortunately, and
Damn, dude.
it saddens me kind of.
Actually, you know what? If he comes certain ways, you'll see camels. You'll see
Actually,
goddamn.
yeah.
You'll see
There's
zebras.
there's some weird fucking wild
Dude,
game
go down
ranches out
Fitzhugh.
here, man.
Holy
Yeah,
shit! There's some really crazy ranches, man.
Zebras,
So-
fucking.
So basically, you're saying the crazy people with money move out here and go, I want a menagerie.
Well, I could
Just because
name
they
drop, but I'd
can?
rather not.
Yeah.
We can talk about that after the show.
Oh shit.
Steve! Who? Which Steve? I'm confused.
Crocodile Steve is dead.
No.
I've been so I got this really horrible fucking idea. It's even more vulgar.
That sounds
than the show,
right.
right?
Yeah.
So I want to get a tattoo to kind of commemorate Steve Irwin's fake ass, because he really wasn't a real alligator wrestler hunter. So I want to get just a shoulder
on.
piece. Like all these little hookers get. I want to get a shoulder piece of like some fucking Sailor Jerry stingray with a teardrop in its eye.
That is a fucking terrible
with a
idea.
teardrop in its eye, right? A filled-in teardrop, and
Not
then I
even
want a
fucking
Sailor
close.
Jerry's banner that says "Crikey, mate."
Oh my god,
Man.
Jesus, yeah. So
Anime
okay,
style, or are you going to go with the traditional Japanese look on that? So it's
I don't know. You-
he
you-
was saying Sailor Jerry over
say-
here.
yeah,
so
well,
yeah,
it's all the
yeah.
same to me, dude.
Yeah.
Sailor Jerry.
Okay,
so-
we gotta go back to this for a minute, because apparently you know Steve Irwin and you know that he wasn't a fucking alligator wrestler.
Okay.
So like, where are your facts
So
coming
it's not
from,
it's
sir?
not that I personally knew Steve Irwin, because when he died, I think I was in like fucking high school or some shit. No, it was later than that. I don't know.
Yeah, it had to be later.
I
than
don't
that.
even think I was in this
Yeah.
fucking country when he died. But my point being is I do know some alligator hunters and some alligator wrestlers, and they have called him out multiple times on what a fake ass motherfucker he was when it came to wrestling crocodiles and alligators. Because
What are
this,
their
This is
allegations?
what he would do. This is what he would do.
Alligator
So
allegations?
the peripheral view of an alligator. An alligator has a blind spot between its two eyes, like this, right? So Steve would stand right in the middle, right here,
Yeah.
and he would do this. Oh, look at this! It's a live one. Oh my goodness! It's 15 feet long and probably 150 pounds. And at the same time that
way
he's
off
doing
on that weight
this,
ratio.
fucking there's well, or I'm talking about my prom date, one of the others. But at the same time he's doing that, there's fucking 4 or 5 bubbas on top of the alligator, and an alligator loses its strength in about a minute. It's got about 60 seconds of fight, and it's just like, fuck it. You're going to butt rape me, butt rape. Just get it over with.
Okay.
And so these guys are on there, and Steve gives this little speech for about 60 seconds. It gets edited on TV, so it only seems like 10. And he's like, all right, let him off of it. And he comes over there, and he's walking right in the middle, and he does this with his hand because all it's seeing is this out of its corner. It's seeing this little hand wave, right? And fucking then the alligator lunges over there, and then Steve gets on top. Well, the alligator's already tired as shit. So
Dude,
that's why
that used
Steve
to
was
be
a
like
fake
my
ass
entire
motherfucker.
dating plan.
You'd have 4 or 5
Why
Bubbas
are you
on her, and
knocking
then
this,
Okay.
man?
Why did you choose Bubba? Like, I really want to know.
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, look, dude.
They're all named
Hi, I'm
Bubba.
gonna jump on that
you cannot
alligator.
tell me he had a crew of zoologists with him, dude. You cannot.
I mean,
look
maybe.
at those fucking people.
Yeah.
Like what? Did you go to a community college or something? Like, where'd you get your zoology shit? Was that a technical course at your high school, or?
Where do you go to get a zoology degree? Like, what?
I'm pretty sure you need to go to like
There's
a
a
university.
reputable school for you
Yeah.
in the future of zoology.
Huh.
Just don't diddle the critters, man. That's just bad.
No, that's zoophilia.
There's that badass university in, it's either Wyoming or Montana, like right outside of was that Glacier over there, and that's like
Missoula.
it's mostly known for people getting like actual useful paleontology degrees.
Yep, Missoula, Montana.
Yeah,
That's,
god damn, that was an amazing museum out there. That was
Yes.
awesome. I love dinosaurs. I'm a total dork.
Oh, yeah.
I
You big
love
nerd.
it, man. I love it. Dude. Yeah.
It has-
I mean,
it has
people are
nothing-
seeing it. Well, they
Yeah,
see like the
people
back
are
wall
watching
of
this
my
shit. Yeah.
But like if they were seeing the other side of it, you got the Supernatural poster. You got a whole bunch of Star Wars figurines. That he asked me if I put
zebra
those
hides
together
that
if I
he
was a
took when
kid.
he was
When I
in
was a kid, I was like, no, I
Africa.
fucking
There's
like,
the
of
bones
course I
of a
did that like
white
last
lion.
week. Boba Fett's just sitting fucking right there as I'm wearing my Boba Fett shirt.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
he tried to bid
yeah.
on the Elephant Man and was
Yeah.
disappointed
Yeah.
that he didn't get that. And-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here's a tidbit of information for you.
Tidbit.
All right.
When I was going to college, long time. Jeez, I'm not even gonna say.
Was it
was
Missoula?
19. Missoula, Montana was known to have the most women to men population. And it was something
Really?
ridiculous like 5 to 1 women to men.
Did I just hear a live show in Missoula?
So I'm just throwing that out there. I mean, things
I mean,
may have
not that it would,
changed.
do either of us any good, but we're responsible adults and we don't do stuff like
I mean, I am.
you
but
are. I'm very, very, very faithful to my old lady. So
you are.
I love
Jen
that
is the shit.
Yes, she
Yep.
is.
Yep.
Yes, she
Yeah.
is.
And she's
she
the
could take
only
me in a
one that
bar fight,
hasn't
man,
hit
I'll tell you.
eject in that amount of time. So
Pull out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pop
Yeah.
the canopy and butt.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we should start there. Wait, so did you go to Missoula? Is that what's going on there?
Oh, I've been through Missoula,
Okay.
but I did not go there.
Okay. Where'd you get that tidbit of fact then?
I had a friend that
Yeah, you did.
went to the university,
So was
New
this-
Mexico State
was this-
University,
was
and
this a
went,
place that
"Cheese
you-
this! I'm gonna go find the ladies." And wait, I'm going to
Okay.
Missoula, and I'm like, "Ladies and Missoula in the same sentence, man? I don't know. I don't know about that."
Did you tour there possibly? Like, have you ever played there?
Nope, never played there.
Interesting.
I have had vehicles break down there.
Oh shit. On tour or?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I knew a bunch of dudes who moved
Running
out
from the
there. It's
cops,
gorgeous.
That's another story.
Running
Running from the cops. Yeah. There
See,
you go.
street cred right here.
Yeah.
Already
Yeah.
got my respect. Mad respect.
Yeah, I've never done anything that cool. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Well, running from the cops in Montana, it's like really easy, almost too easy, because it's like a straight line, and the cops are just like, he'll run out of gas eventually. And so they don't chase you.
You know what you need to run from the cops in Missoula? That F-100.
Oh,
That 1200
Jesus.
horsepower
my fucking God,
F-100.
man. Yeah.
Most
we-
ridiculous farm truck known
It's
to
a
man.
badass truck. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, we went and looked at a truck not too long ago for a client. I don't want to drop any names because I know they want
No.
absolutely no
Yeah,
association
let's not
with the
do that.
hideousness of this show.
But-
so.
I don't want to drop
But-
any names, Steve Irwin.
But we can just say no. You need to revise that tattoo, and it needs to be a stingray flipping the bird off. It says "Fuck you, Steve Irwin."
I thought the teardrop tattoo by its eyes said enough.
Stingray, I got your crikey, pal.
Yeah.
I got your crikey right here.
Yeah. Los, tell us a little bit about yourself, man. Come on. Start at the beginning. I don't know. Whatever you want. In the middle? And I don't know. Yeah.
In the beginning,
Yeah.
there was darkness.
And a sagging microphone.
Dude, that thing loves to sag right there. That's what she said.
That's exactly what she said. Jesus.
Here, try let's put a little bit more here, and then let's see how we get
Ooh, yeah, I like that.
there. There we go. Yeah, this thing is real great. Yeah.
See, there's benefits to an audio podcast because I can
Yeah.
just be like, yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're also.
I mean,
live,
we're
though.
also on video,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Shh.
And this
Tell
this
not
in
a
here
soul.
gets edited. That shit does not.
That
so.
shit does not.
Does
yeah.
not. Yeah.
Does not. Yeah.
We're not. No dicks out today, man.
Yeah.
Let's see. 10-cent tour of Los. Okay, so started the music stuff after high school. Well, after the Army, actually. Was in the Army.
I'm gonna get
did
this right
that
up
deal.
in your face. Yeah,
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Started out by lifting heavy crap for other bands, and really didn't do much for music aside from the punk rock band I had in high school, which was named after my friend's penis.
Nice. Very nice.
That was the name of the band. Joe Shirley's Dick.
Oh.
You love it. You own it. You want. I have recordings for sale now.
Did he change his name from Joe Hurley? I knew a Joe Hurley.
No relation. Joe Shirley, really.
Oh,
And
wow. Yeah.
so I did that. Did some touring with some bands as road tech, and ended up moving to Texas, where I was just like, screw it, I'm gonna do my own damn music. And yeah, I'm still questioning if I'm actually doing music anymore, really. But
Why'd you say that?
I don't know. It's not gaining the traction that I wish it would.
Oh, that's always fun.
So I need
get
to
that.
set more cars
Yeah.
on fire or something.
Yeah.
That's a very good approach. I agree with that. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, Cardi B. Just be like, hey, Cardi. That's it. Yeah. I could just be like, that Cardi B is just so, and not even answer it. And she'd be like, what?
That could work.
Start a rumble.
I like it.
But last year, played drums for Adoration Destroyed on their tour around the country. And started focusing on Countermeasure. Prior to that, I was with Jake 1. Are you Jake 1 or Jake 2?
He's Beardo.
I'm Fat Dirty Jake.
Fat
Thank
Dirty
you.
Jake.
Thank you.
So let me
That's
tell
my
you,
street name, yo.
I almost want like twinkly music to come in here, some like Game of Thrones kind of,
We've talked about getting a
music in the
soundboard.
back,
It's gonna be
in the
amazing.
back
Yeah.
of that, so I could tell you the story.
We
of
gotta
Dirty
get
Man
that-
Jake
that,
and how he met Torque Order.
Got to get that corporate sponsorship first, and then like another studio before
Yeah.
we've got room
Yeah.
for all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Otherwise,
Go on.
Yeah.
So Jake stepped into Torque Order. That was the band previous to Countermeasure, which is just rocking and just destructive and it's really good stuff. It's very metal industrial. We pulled in Jake to play bass, and play bass he did.
We had a really amazing drummer too.
Yep, and J. Lee Vincent, my wife, and drummer for Torque Order.
That's badass.
Yeah.
Killer.
Oh, dude, you should have seen her setup, man.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
See, now we're involving you, so you're gonna have to get near the mic. Ha ha.
Yeah, see,
We gotta
like,
share
yeah,
these
see,
mics.
I think we should, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Well,
man. We'll
yeah.
figure it all out.
Yeah. On the break, you know what? When we take our first break with it, we're just gonna move the mic over here. And we're
Yeah,
just gonna
exactly.
get on there because
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah, and we'll-
I knew it would
we'll
be
get-
a good
we'll get
idea to
Jay
have you
in, yeah,
mic. See,
yeah.
we're already bringing you in.
If you're putting me on the mic, first of all, Steve Irwin.
Fuck you, man.
Oh, eat shit.
Fuck
Eat
you,
shit.
man.
This is a commercial production, and the performers, Steve Irwin, has to be insured. So they're not going to let him do all the things he might normally do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
Gators.
Maybe one day I will have a spinoff called Fighting Alligators with an Asshole.
Today's asshole is.
let me
Start
just
with cooking
introduce
with
myself.
assholes, then you fighting alligators with assholes.
Every spinoff of Useless Threats is always with assholes. So I'm gonna have wrestling alligators with assholes. How's that?
All right. I'm Jay, by the way. Hi, everybody.
I'm only gonna have 2 Bubbas. All right.
So,
Some gangster like that.
You know what's the best thing is I know you're actually going to adamantly search for people named Bubba, and if you find like the perfect person and they're not named Bubba, you're literally going to be like, you have to change your name to Bubba. And they're
Jake,
gonna be
first
like,
of all,
"What?"
you forget 2 things.
Yeah.
My horrible sense of humor and my lack of fucks. So it doesn't matter what their name is. I'm going to call them Bubba regardless.
Man, I'm gonna make a knockoff of some horrible '80s movie and call it "Desperately Seeking Bubba."
There you go.
I think Madonna needs a charge in her
So
career.
we're actually, this show's actually gaining a lot of traction, even though we haven't published any episodes. In fact, we got a booking where we're going to do a Hempstock March 16th live.
I gotta tell you, I'm still not sure that they are making the right decision by doing this shit.
Yeah, I know. I think we're gonna get fired from it before it even starts.
Yeah, I think there's like it's gonna be one of those things where we make it 10 minutes in, we're like, okay,
I don't know.
we're out. See ya.
Did you get the email from that guy?
Did you get that thing I sent you?
Well, I did. Yeah, the files.
Herpes.
Yeah, I've been mixing those all morning. But no, this
talking about
guy
the
was
guy with the
talking
hair
about doing a
and the
Useless
face?
Threats movie.
What?
Yeah, he wants to call it Queso Blanco.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Yeah, man. And get this. He says he's gonna try. He's studying a film at
one
Austin
word,
Community
like
College
Casablanca.
right now. But he's gonna pull some connections, and he says Fat Dirty Jake might just be played by Sam Jackson.
Shit. Is Mike Jones gonna direct it?
I don't know.
It should be.
I don't know.
Or it's not Mike Jones, Mike
Yeah.
Judge. That's who I'm thinking. Yeah. Mike Jones the rapper. Fuck that. Actually, we're getting Mike
who?
Jones. We're getting Mike Jones the rapper to go and fucking direct this.
Yeah,
Right
but
now.
but you also have the option of Mick Jones from The Clash. You know, that'll be a fucking epic. You just watch him direct and you'll be like, man, I want whatever he's on.
Actually, we're gonna have Mick Jones from The Clash with Mike Jones with Mike Judge all directing at the same time.
Or you could just have a bunch of Mikes. You already got 2 Jakes. So you could
Yeah.
have like Mike Judge
yeah.
and Mike Scorsese.
Yeah.
And,
I'm hoping
and then it'd
Mustache
just be like
Jake.
Mike's plural.
You know, when we were going to try and name our new company, I suggested 2 Jakes, 1 car, like the porno, but he
No,
didn't like it.
No. Not happening. Not happening at all.
I feel like Spike Lee could add some credibility to your whole situation.
I think so too.
Only if we
Yeah.
change his name
Yeah.
to Mike Lee.
Mike-
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, man. So there's that.
So 2 Jakes, 1 car will be a separate adventure.
That's gonna have to be a separate venture, man. maybe we can move into pornography one of these days. Like when the show gets so big that we're doing like Scarface Mountains of cocaine.
Yeah.
And then after we go to rehab and then we fail rehab and then we're back on the cocaine again.
Yeah.
Then we're just gonna be like, fuck podcasting and cars. We're just gonna do porno.
But our porn names literally have to be with the keeping it consistent.
It's gonna be
it
the
has to
same
be Beardo
thing.
and the mustache.
No, I think it's just gonna be Mustache Jake and Fat Dirty Jake.
See, I don't know, man. I want. See, we came up with a lot of ideas, right? So I was thinking, like, you know, if we were lawyers, it would be Beardo and the Mustache Attorneys at Law. That would be a
know.
great one
Yeah,
right
he's-
there.
yeah, he's-
Now, the best one though is if we were plastic surgeons. We'd have 2 separate companies with it
Bam.
that came together. It was Mammon's Mammaries. and Puri's penises, and that's how we do it, and we do crossover episodes, you know, and everything like that.
He's running a 2-for-1
Yep.
special on phalloplasty.
Yes,
I'm
A friend told me
into
anyways.
alliteration.
yeah, right,
Anything that's like,
right,
yeah.
right.
Or rhymes.
Rhymes.
Like beefsteak Jake.
Beefsteak Jake. Yes. 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 You could be a rapper.
Yeah.
Missy Elliott ain't got shit on her, man.
It's
Yeah.
so true.
Beefsteak Jake in the house.
Beefsteak Jake could be like a country name. Be like Beefsteak Jake and the Free Range Pedophiles.
Dude, he keeps trying to pitch this name. Like, we were trying to go and restart a band, and it was just like, we're just gonna call it, like, what is it?
And it turned into a podcast,
Yeah.
but
It
anyways,
was like,
yeah.
and it was always whatever name, and the Free Range Pedophiles. I was like, I really don't think that's gonna actually get like the
I'm gonna go
trend
on
that you
record
want it
and
to
say
be.
No. Nope.
Yeah.
I think it's a great
Nope, nope,
idea.
nope.
I think
Yeah.
it's a
Nope, nope,
terrible
nope, nope.
idea.
I don't know, man.
I mean, like, okay, it's just like, you know, when we come back from the break, we're gonna look at some Reddit, you know, classifieds like we got on this.
Oh,
but
Jesus,
like,
yeah.
But I gotta tell you, it's like when y'all walked in today, I was like, Jake, I think I went too far. And it's just like- and it was just like that. Like, I started reading, and I'm sitting there laughing to myself, you know, maniacally and insanely in my kitchen while I'm
Okay,
eating
so
lunch.
what
and I'm looking at
part
like,
of it
yeah.
were you on the personal ads or did you find the
Oh,
porn
dude!
pages?
So I went way past
the
this.
Sharpies
okay,
and the
so
butt porn
so
pages.
I nope. It's all
Okay,
classifieds,
okay.
but I went down the deep subreddit hole here. Okay, and
What is
I
it?
made
What
I
is
made
it?
I made our deep subreddit hole. Yeah. So
That was
I made
my
our
name in
own
art school.
Reddit for the podcast.
Oh, no.
That just follows every subreddit that I can think of that was just terrible. And as Dr. Drew would say on the Your Mom's House podcast, the trauma. That's just literally all it is.
If you hit incels, you've gone too far.
Oh God, it got bad.
Never
there
go
was
full
there
incel. Never.
no, I felt yeah, I don't know, man. I sat there and I just felt dirty after a while. I was just like,
yeah. So
Anyway.
you got a music video now, right? I saw this the other day. You shot a music video.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
God damn it! Sorry. Okay, we're good. Why?
Somebody-
I don't even have my goddamn fucking
The joys of
Wi-Fi
Apple.
on. How the hell is this working?
Ping.
Join us for a
How
time-lived
is it
adventure.
that if I'm on airplane mode, that I'm still getting text messages across this right now?
Because your phone's in airplane mode.
I'm gonna take the Wi-Fi off. Here we go.
Why are you taking the Wi-Fi
Don't do
off,
it.
man?
On
a try.
here.
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
Hey, man. Hey,
Okay, we're good.
everything's good.
There we go. iMessage is gone. You know,
Did you see what his mustache just did when he gets upset? It starts doing these weird things, man.
I actually really like that. If that's actually true and what it does, that's pretty cool.
like the tick. Remember that? And he's like with his antlers.
His
Yeah,
antlers going.
the ends of his mustache do that too. It's amazing.
Nice.
With that,
Music video.
yeah, music video. So you've got a music video for Countermeasure.
We're like we're Tom over here. We gotta call Tom back up.
No, we won't even get to talk.
Yeah, we did a. Which one? The one that's already up, or the one we're working on?
Tell us about both.
Okay.
All right.
Well, you see, there's this thing. No, so we shot a music video for our track "Protest" that was shot by Eric Gustafson of Adoration Destroyed fame, and getting his video production on, and he's actually really talented. He does really good. I want him to keep doing that and keep going. But yeah, we put it out. It's kind of a teaser before the Mechanismus Festival last year in Seattle. Just kind of
I saw that booked. Yeah. So you're doing that again this year?
doing that again. Last year I did it assisting Yoni Dudas from Decoded Feedback, and I was doing synth and vocals for her doing Decoded Feedback stuff. So it wasn't Countermeasure that played up there, but drummed up enough interest that Ali, the promoter, was just like, yes, I want you guys on there. And so this year we're playing June 29th there, the same night as Funker Vogt and a couple other really badass bands.
Very cool. Very cool.
So that'll be fun. And
Yeah.
then we're working on a video. Well, I am working on a video right now for Song of Your People. Track you guys haven't heard yet. Well, then I'm just teasing you with it.
I might have heard this or
You know it.
played
You've
bass
heard
on it or something
Yeah,
at one point in
long
time. Yeah.
Huh.
Back in the days of the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
When Neanderthals rode dinosaurs because they were just bored as hell.
Yep. Before my sex change. No, I'm kidding.
The Christian folks are pissed now that I mentioned that humans and dinosaurs existed together.
What dinosaur would you have ridden?
It's a good question.
Right?
Yeah.
I think I
I'm
would
gonna
have
go right
taped
into this.
2 of the small ones to my feet.
Nice.
I just let them scurry
That's
around
fucking gangster
like
right
rollerblades.
Holy shit. Wow.
Those little chicken ones are like velociraptors, but chicken size.
Oh.
Just use them as roller skates.
You're gonna have a problem though, I think, because you got to get them in sync with each other. And if not, they're just gonna rip your goddamn limbs off.
Yeah.
That's true.
All right.
Yeah.
What about what dinosaur would you have ridden?
I think I would have ridden like an ankylosaur. Those
What
things
the
are
fuck is
sweet.
that, dude?
So an ankylosaur was
God,
it
he's
was
such a
it was-
fucking nerd.
God, okay, whatever, man. It was an herbivore. All right.
Okay, would you be
All
riding
right.
it with or without your stormtrooper's helmet?
Of course, with.
Motherfucker.
Hold on, obviously.
mean,
okay, yeah.
I've heard
yeah.
some insane questions. That one, dude, man, that borders on stupid.
Yeah,
Of
it's right there.
always with the helmet.
It's right up there. It's an original replica right there. Okay.
Jesus fuck.
Yeah, fuck yeah, man.
I'm
Okay.
surprised you don't
Yeah.
own one from the movie and like
That
fucking
is from Like
No,
well, it's a
I mean,
replica.
like
actual
it
prop,
got
yeah.
pulled off of a cast member and
okay.
put in a box and then sold to you.
Okay, so two things actually with that. The first thing is actually I was really disappointed when I got that because you would think you're like looking at like stormtroopers in the movies and everything like that, and you would think that these things were like hard plastic and good to go. No, they're made light for people acting, and so that thing's fucking super easy to break.
Oh, wow.
Like it's super thin plastic and everything like that, and
Yeah.
so it's honestly not that great.
Not
you
something
kind of
you
wish
want
it
to
was
take hunting or dinosaur riding.
No.
Right? Okay.
No,
Yeah, I don't
no,
think it's got the
no.
ANC coverage
But-
on it, man. Yeah,
but-
they're not gonna.
What I would say, okay, so back to an
Jesus,
ankylosaur.
this is 8%, huh?
And yeah, I told you.
I can
yeah.
tell.
Yeah. It's good, right?
Yeah.
I tell you- okay.
no,
we'll
I
tell-
like it. I like
Okay,
it. I got
okay.
a little bit of heartburn, but I like it.
Okay, so two things with this. Ankylosaur first.
Uh-huh.
An ankylosaur, you know what this was. It was an herbivore that had like a shell back with a big club tail. It's
How
known
the
as
fuck are you
one
gonna
this
write
giant
that,
club
man?
tail. Because it's not going to try and eat me, first off. That's the first thing right there. And it's got this gigantic fucking sledgehammer thing that it can just go fuck shit up in its wake.
What makes
So-
you think it would protect you?
Oh, it probably wouldn't, but I don't think it actually could like buck you. I think it only worked side to side, so I'd probably be pretty all right just being on top of it. Eventually, it'd just get tired, like you said, and just let me just sit on it.
Yeah.
So-
So just butt rape me and get it over with.
Second thing, today is Texas Independence Day, and
Oh!
so actually, speaking of that, I got a red can over here. I did not actually mean to
Nice.
do that, but the red in the Texas state flag meant for bravery. So that's kind of cool that we're drinking a red
Badass.
beer on
Badass.
Texas
Yeah.
Independence Day, and that one is what is it called? Dapper Devil. That is
Yeah,
my
I like it.
favorite.
I like it a lot,
That's
man.
my favorite beer made by Blue Owl Brewing here in Austin, Texas.
This is probably one of the better beers that I've had in a hot minute, man.
It's really damn good. It's 8%, and you can't tell
every
it is.
time,
and
every
it'll
time
fuck
we
you
have a
up.
special
Yeah.
guest,
That's just
Yeah.
dangerous.
we always
man.
get good beer, man. Like
Yeah.
we had Tom, and you fed me that sour.
I'm gonna do it every time now.
That's fucking badass.
I mean,
yeah.
so I used to be in craft beer with it. I
If
originally
you can't tell by his mustache,
Not at all.
you know what?
either that or he makes furniture.
Hey, you know what? You know what though? It's okay because we established this the other day. You're actually the hipster out of both of us.
Chill.
Because
I mean, I was gonna say something. I'm like, nah, the mustache didn't tip me off. I mean,
No.
the bowler hat and the vest and the pocket watch, that kind of said,
Yeah,
yeah, you're
yeah.
kind of a craft beer guy, aren't you?
yeah. That's what I'm wearing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I forgot we
video.
were live for a minute. Yeah.
What? Yeah,
shit.
yeah. No, but I used to be in craft beer. I used to do sales for a brewery here in town, man. And so, like, yeah, I don't know. I like to. I actually drink mostly shit beer now, but like, it's cool to go and bring something cool to our podcast. So
Yeah. Hell yeah.
you know,
Excellent.
yeah. So yeah.
And which one of these is my fake beer?
So you've got the O'Douls right here. I meant to go and get you Kloss Holler like we were talking about earlier,
Yeah, you know.
but all of this HEB has is fucking O'Douls.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so I've known you and played with you for a while,
Right.
and I've always known you to drink NA beer,
Right.
but I always assumed that it was something that you did just at shows because our fans would be around, your fans would be around, and you didn't want to be the one guy out holding a fucking bottle of water or whatever, and kind of helped you kind of get in there or whatever. But here we are on a podcast, and you're legitimately saying, "Where's my fake beer?" So it's not something that you're ashamed of at all. No. And so
I was wondering where you're going with this. I was like,
yeah,
there you go.
exactly. So I mean, you actually enjoy fake beer.
Yes, I do.
And
I do
it's-
now.
Okay, yeah.
No, I do. I actually am. So you guys are microbrew snobs. I'm a near beer snob.
Okay.
I'm not really a beer snob at all. I'm just
Yeah.
like I like a standard.
You like good.
You understand? Like I'm slightly OCD, so it's like
That's pretty much
everything's
where I'm
gotta
at
be-
too.
Yeah.
I'm really not a snob. My favorite beer is Miller Lite. So I'll be very honest with you.
Hey, I was I used to do the whole I will go no lower than Newcastle, and then I discovered Shiner, and I'm like, "Nyeh." And then I discovered Lone Star, and I'm like, man, I'm really hitting bottom here.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
But it
Lone Star
stayed
makes an
in
NA beer?
Texas.
yeah.
No,
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Actually, Texas Select does, and it's a company that I guess originally was Pearl. If you
Wait,
remember.
is that
Oh
good?
yeah.
Texas Select is
Fuck, they
actually
had that.
really good.
God
Dude.
damn it! It looked like shit, so I was like, I'm not gonna go get it.
No.
for-
All right.
Here's the irony: the best one that I found
Yeah.
Bush.
They had that
Non-alcoholic.
too.
No
Fuck.
shit. Huh?
Wow, that is actually an amazing. And
Shit.
if you close your eyes and you throw in some salt and some lime, you're like, God, this is a horrible Mexican beer. I love it.
Yeah.
But no, I'm actually been debating putting up like a little blog of all the near beers because when I started drinking non-alcoholic beers, I realized there was like O'Doul's and Coors Cutter, and I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll just gouge out my eyes instead. And I found out like St. Pauli makes one that's really good. The German, so you have Buckler from Guinness for the Irish side, and then you have Klausthaler.
Okay.
And basically every brewery now makes a near beer. So any beer you can think of. Apparently there's a Qingtao NA that I'm like, okay, I'm curious.
All right.
So yeah, it's
That's really interesting. So I mean, you're a legitimate NA beer connoisseur.
Yes. Well, I just don't drink. It's not for my safety. It's for your safety.
Oh, okay.
Understood.
I'm that.
We know
guy.
a few people that should be like that, including myself.
Mad
but
respect.
yeah.
And so and what's funny is it's not limited to that. I found de-alcoholized wine made by a company called Free.
No shit.
and-
Wow.
I was like, I remember taking my first drink of it, and I'm going, oh man, I just blew my sobriety. This is too real.
Yeah.
And looked at it, and there's 0 alcohol in it, and I'm like, how the hell? Because I was like, this tastes exactly like wine.
Yeah.
So I was impressed. So yeah, now
Huh.
it's a mission to go find all these really obscure, ones, and apparently a lot of the microbreweries are starting to move into that and doing like short runs of I guess they just boil off the alcohol is basically how they do it to get the alcohol levels down. So if it's got a good hoppy flavor, when you boil out the alcohol, you retain that hoppy flavor. So like if you're like super hoppy, you go get a Klausthaler, and it's good, Like if you're like, man, I want to go out, but I really just don't want to get loaded, go hit a Klausthaler, go hit one of the better beers. Avoid no offense, Anheuser-Busch, avoid O'Doul's.
Total. Oh, is that's Anheuser-Busch with
Yeah,
it?
it is.
Oh, I fucked up
Okay.
over here.
Coors is Cutter. Anheuser-Busch is O'Doul's. Busch obviously is Busch.
Yeah.
And
Coors is which one?
Cutter, Coors
Okay.
Cutter
Okay.
is the one they make. Yeah, and so all those people that thought, yeah, he's a cool guy, there it goes, it's gone.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, man.
Come
No,
on,
it's all
man.
good. Yeah.
But I can tell you stories. I mean, I got freaking stories
About.
good one.
Okay.
Was with a band. Lead vocalist got so trashed he passed out on stage mid song,
nice.
like mid song, man. Right before the chorus, took that breath and he just went whoop. Good night. So
Jesus.
I'm playing keyboards and I'm like, oh, this is embarrassing as hell. So I pushed him off the stage and finished off. I continued and just left off from there, and he was not happy about that.
You
but
just kept going?
yeah,
like,
I just
fuck
took
it.
over. I mean,
I think I'd probably do the same thing.
I mean, what else
what
are you
do
gonna do?
You're like, he's down.
What else are you gonna
Thanks,
do?
good
Bass
night.
solo.
No, man. Second
Yeah.
song in, this dude passes out. It's like, nah. So yeah, there's.
Did he hurt himself?
Unfortunately, no.
Interesting.
Yeah. Interesting.
So yeah, there's lots of stories losing people that are actually buried under guitar cases and bags because it was
Wow.
warm and snuggly, and yeah. So there's reasons why I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna stick to the near beer because honestly, the '90s is just a blur of color, light, and sound and strange smells,
Oh,
man.
Jesus.
That's literally my '90s. I'm like, I don't know, 90 to 2000. Really, I lived.
Yeah. No, I get that. That's pretty much the 2000s for me. So
We all have that.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
Very
something we could
nice.
discuss in the retirement home and be like, God damn, remember that
Yeah.
time?
As countermeasure stylist and wife, I'd like to ask what your goal is with countermeasure.
Let me think about that. Okay, you're gonna love this. Originally, Countermeasure was designed to get sued by Donald Trump. We're gonna throw that out there. That was his original goal, and I went,
I remember this. He pitched this to me and he's like, "Hey,
And
you want to play bass?" And I was like, "I'm not really like a political."
And then I told him the band's sole purpose is to be sued by Donald Trump, and he's like, "Yes, let's go." Or no? Did you not?
No, I mean, I really don't care. I just stay the fuck out of politics. Period. So like,
Yeah,
I don't
pretty much. We've
stand
talked
on
about
either
that.
side.
Yeah.
I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a fucking anything. To be honest, like you want to know what if Czarface ran for president, he would get my vote. There's my opinion. All right.
So here's my
There we go. That's how political I am.
Here's my thoughts on politics and religion. You're gonna love this. Okay. So in my mind, politics is like, who's got the better brisket? That's literally politics.
Well, you definitely
Okay.
have the better brisket.
Well, thank you.
but
Thank you.
he would kick your ass in pulled pork.
And religion,
I'm just
religion
saying.
to me is like religion in Texas. There's two religions in Texas: football and brisket. So
Yeah.
that's basically
Bam.
the summary of politics and religion. If you believe in brisket, then somebody has to constipate it and go, "My brisket's better." Dude, it's brisket. Throw it in eggs, man.
Yeah, but
Even horrible brisket's
what
good
if
brisket.
I really like euros?
You can put brisket in a gyro.
It sounded like you said euro.
I did say euro.
I think he was trying to say gyro.
No, motherfucker. They're called fucking euros. All right.
Euro.
Say it right. Euro.
Euro, not euro.
Eat shit. Eat, can you see that through my fucking pop filter? Eat shit.
He doesn't like it when I mess with them. He doesn't. You can't poke the bear.
Hey, Dirty Jake, tell us how you feel, man.
Well, first of all, he likes to make fun of the way that I talk. He's nice enough to not make fun of the fact that I don't know how to read, but he makes fun of the fact that I don't know how to talk right.
It's because I love you. That's
Eat
just.
shit.
I mean, that's pretty much it right there. Yeah.
Eat shit.
And
Yeah.
it was at that moment that Jake felt alone in the world.
All right, so brisket and football and
Yeah, that's like
fuck.
it's funny because everybody likes brisket, but then everybody insists on having their like pecking order. They're like, well, this brisket's better than that brisket. And it's like, guys, you're just stupid. It's brisket, man.
Yeah.
You should just make your own brisket.
Exactly.
You should.
You should
Make
man.
your own
Yeah,
politics.
Yeah.
Make your own brisket. Bang.
Yeah.
And you know what? The reality of that is you're gonna fuck it up a bunch,
Yeah.
but you're gonna get better every time that you fuck it up. And I think that's an analogy for all of life, not just politics, not just religion. You know.
That's true. I mean, if you try to control it, you're just gonna break it.
Bam. You didn't start playing music yesterday, right?
No.
Yeah.
No.
How many bands were you in before you got to the point of Torque Order and Countermeasure?
Ooh, numerous, man.
If you had to guess,
8 or 9.
that's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think you've got a very good success ratio then, in my opinion. You may not think that you're picking up traction, but I really do.
Ah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to add one more thing to the food analogies before I need another beer real quick. And then also I got to pull stuff up on my phone for Reddit and everything like that. But I really
Are
did
you
think...
going to do the Reddit announcements today?
No, you're going to do it too, but I
Jesus.
have like 2 that I'm like, oh shit.
I've got 2. They might be the same 2,
Is
but yeah.
that rabbit hole?
I don't know. I got to tell you one of them I'm probably just not going to do because I just feel really uncomfortable doing it. So-
That is.
I'll be your huckleberry.
No, I got to tell you, it's just kind of almost sad. You know, like it's just like, I don't know, man. Anyway, we'll
It's
take
not a
break.
chick wanting
I'll
to get
look at some
pregnant
of it.
again, is it?
No,
Okay.
There's a really funny one of those though. Hold on.
Jesus.
But no, you can make fun of me with your music taste or whatever, but to go with the brisket thing, I like the line from Casey Musgraves of "Mind your own biscuits, and life will be gravy." I think that's another
That's
one
good.
too.
Yeah.
So yeah.
The best one I heard is "Life's a bullshit layer cake," and you just find a layer you can stand and stick with it.
Unless it's uranium.
Oh,
Unless it's what?
uranium cake. What is it? A uranium cake? It'd be.
That's called
bullshit
yellow cake.
uranium.
Yellow cake.
Yeah. So
Huh.
it'd be bullshit
Yeah.
yellow cake.
Huh. Okay. Cool. All right, we'll be right back.
All right, let's pause this.
Okay, so like you talking about getting in on a countermeasure show, that actually used to be a big thing for comics. If you listen to a bunch of comics who they'd open for rappers or stuff like that.
Yeah,
and
there
so
you
that,
go.
that was like a whole thing that would happen. And
They would open up for rappers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, or like the warm-up.
Yeah.
Or the
So
between, like,
especially
bands
a lot
setting
of
up
black
and stuff.
comedians would go and open up for hip hop artists and stuff like that. And they said it was kind of a really weird dynamic, but it also kind of worked. Like Hannibal Buress' show when he did it on Comedy Central was with Flying Lotus, which was fucking sweet.
How,
like that,
how
that
did
was
we go from
super awesome.
159 to 139?
I don't know.
That thing doesn't really keep time.
You know why?
Why?
Because it was going by what the actual end of the measures are drawn out to at the end of the track. You know what I'm saying?
Are y'all
Like
talking about math?
so the cursor was at the very end of the track.
Math,
You talking about math?
Math.
The cursor
Math?
was at the end of the track, so it's already allotted for 2 hours. That was what was wrong. Yeah. So we're actually only at 139.
I say
That's what's
I,
going
like I
on.
know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Ah.
Just being compliant.
Take me to
The
your leader.
clock. Home.
And this is precisely why Jay and myself don't go to like 4-star
All right.
restaurants.
So
It has nothing to do with Jay. Dude, I'll do the tubing thing.
Jesus, let's not do this.
And that's the end of our Buddhism segment.
Stay tuned
Okay,
for
okay.
Cooking with Jackie. This has been
Cooking with assholes.
This has been the Meditation Minute.
No, so seriously,
Okay.
we're talking about doing a spin-off
Barbecue.
where we're gonna fucking
Doing a spin-off.
we're gonna make a
No,
cook
no,
show,
no.
and it's called Cooking with Assholes.
Cooking
And
with
so-
Assholes?
Yeah, we're talking about assholes. We're fucking assholes. You're an asshole. I'm a fucking
Dang,
asshole.
we're talking about
We're gonna get a live
Talking about
motherfucker to
cooking
show
with
up and cook with a couple assholes, and we're gonna call the show Cooking with Assholes.
In the backyard,
Can I be your Sue asshole?
Hey, you can show up and you can cook with some assholes.
I'm really good at
cool,
chopping
man.
onions.
really good at slicing things.
Actually, after the last segment, you're just like, all you're thinking when you say cooking with assholes is someone shoving a spatula up their asshole and then cooking using their asshole. I'm just saying.
You just took everything up a notch that I never thought it could go to.
That's called next level J.
Is this? Hold on. Is this when you put this on the dirty R for R? Or is this labeled as like M for R or A or?
I think
R
it's J for
or-
juvenile.
M for G, male search and grill.
That's actually how
when
we
you're
met.
really,
we were on the
really
same
into your
form. It was a J for J.
J for J.
Yeah.
Jake's for Jake.
Jerk off for another jerk off.
Not in the know with the Jake fetish.
Yeah.
So-
Guys, what were we talking about?
So Jake wanted to do our first segment talking about barbecue over here.
Yes,
So
Bam.
Los
yes.
is an
Exactly,
avid
dude.
guy of barbecue.
bar.
So okay, so having been Los's bass player and good friend for a long time over here, fucking this man can cook.
yes.
He can fucking cook. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah, it's rather shocking, actually.
Yeah, and I know that this guy over here with a mustache, he can also cook.
So
You guys
okay,
are cooking
So is this a
twinsies.
meeting of the minds kind
Meeting
of
of the
So,
minds and cooking.
I'm gonna
and,
go
and
ahead
guess
and-
what? I also happen to like to cook.
So I'm gonna go ahead and preface this saying, yeah, I would say that I can cook pretty well with it. As far as us talking barbecue, I am an entrepreneur that found a niche. And I'm pretty good at cooking pork butts. I'm not a fucking
I
pit
thought you were talking about the
master.
glory hole booths.
Yeah, that too.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, but I'm not a pit master or anything. So we're gonna get into brisket. I'm sure here in a minute. I gotta tell you, I think I've done 3 in my life,
Holy
Yeah.
shit!
straight up.
I think
Like,
I've done
it's
like
funny.
300, yo.
When you were
Okay,
talking
well-
pulled pork and whatnot, since I'm jumping right into it.
Go ahead,
go
yeah.
ahead. Yeah.
Jake loves to pull his pork, man.
Okay, so you were talking
do.
pulled pork, and you were talking the hardwood versus softwood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's getting sexual in here, kids, because it's food, it's barbecue. That's a whole. That's a fetish in
Yeah,
itself.
baby.
Bam.
But
I can get behind food porn.
there was
good.
one that I heard of, and I actually saved this for right now. An interesting thing, and it's very difficult to come by. But if you use palm wood, while
This guy.
for your
This
pork,
guy, you're gonna get this guy's
apparently-
pork hard right here. Yes, okay.
apparently It is an amazing thing, and if you ever wondered,
Okay, go on. Which one?
Salivating.
if you ever,
That's his favorite.
if you
Drool
ever
in the
wondered
beard.
how they get that specific taste at luau pork, it's because of the palm
leaves.
leaves and the palm wood.
Yeah.
Because it's highly oily. It's very oily and saturated, and apparently it creates this
Like a
candy-like
pellicule.
crust.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So it's like crunchy on the outside and porky delicious in the middle, and it's just great.
Shit.
So
I've
I
never
think we
tried it
have to
myself.
do a luau podcast from Hawaii. We'll all fly out there.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
We're just gonna do
Well,
it.
let me
So,
just go to
We'll
an
just
ATM
jump
real
on the
quick.
private
Yeah.
jet
Yeah.
and just
Jake
scurry
will
our
be
butts
rich
out
soon.
there.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Well, I can volunteer my smoker. Anytime you want to do a
Ship
Put
that
podcast,
that
to
on a
Hawaii,
plane.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
you can come over.
Fuck it. We'll just smoke
and
the
we
meat
can
on the plane.
use It's a good smoker.
FAA is going to love that.
works
Stick it on the
great.
wing.
We're going to get that through
fine.
the TSA.
And
Well, I
you
mean,
can do a remote.
on the next government shutdown, that is.
All right. All right.
I will say this.
I
So
said it.
the rumors of my brisket, apparently my brisket and my wife have more
Uh-oh.
notoriety
What?
than I do.
Yeah,
Brisket
you're
wife.
You're like, wait, what?
So when
Wife.
when I was on tour with Adoration Destroyed, the two most common things I heard of in order was, "How's your wife doing?" and "Did you bring any brisket?"
Nice.
And I mean, seriously, I heard that in Pittsburgh. I heard
Yep.
that in New York. I heard that
We heard it in
in
Canada.
Boston. We heard it in
That's
Canada.
awesome, man.
And
Yeah.
of all places, Calgary, Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Cowtown. It's
Yeah.
basically Houston.
So, I'm kind of famous for the brisket. So
Do you want to go over what you you don't have to give
Yeah,
away the
no,
secrets.
go-
you
go-
want to
go-
go away
go
what
ahead.
you want to
Whatever
go
you
what
wanna
you believe
drop,
in?
drop
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Your brisket
Yeah.
religion.
Drop it like it's hot.
Yeah.
Drop it like it's hot.
ignore it?
Let's start at the
Yeah.
beginning.
You
Let's start
have
at the
to
beginning.
neglect
Okay,
it.
let's talk about weights. Let's
Yeah.
talk about breeds, and let's talk about trimming.
Weeds.
Bam.
Trimming. I'm a fan of the minimal trim.
Wow, really? Okay,
Yeah.
so you're an untrim guy.
I'm not a trim guy.
No, that's like
getting deep.
that's
There's a theory.
that's
There's-
actually like
No,
a
yeah.
super big
Yeah,
thing. Like
exactly.
actually, especially like you
There's
talk to Aaron Franklin, you talk to Miguel. I can't remember his last name, but from Valentina's over here in town, they all trim to 1/4 of an inch. That's
Yep.
what they do. They're trying to make it aerodynamic, like a slab going on here. So you're an untrim guy.
I'm an
okay.
untrim guy.
Okay.
Well,
And-
you trim a little bit.
right. So
It's not excessive.
if it's over an inch, I get it down to about 3/4.
No, hold
max.
on. So
Okay,
you're
wow.
You're trimming prior to smoking.
Yes, trimming
prior to
fat on
smoking.
top, and actually, that's another question. I'm glad you said that. Are you trimming top fat, bottom fat? Like I don't know. I'm not a butcher. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna fuck this up, and people can tell me to fuck myself. Whatever. But like pocket fat on the bottom, kind of thing. Like where you at? Yeah.
That's all on the back. So
Oh, okay.
everything
Okay.
else remains as is.
Okay.
Because you know the rule. You hit 210, you hold it,
Yeah.
it renders the fat.
Yeah.
If you remove all that fat, you got nothing to render, and you're
Mm-hmm.
going to start rendering juices instead.
So let's go ahead and talk to that. What temperature do you take to?
No higher than 225. I try to keep it about 225.
No. Temperature internally. Sorry.
210.
210. You actually, wow, you go 210 with
Go
it.
210.
That's pretty high,
Oh,
isn't it?
fuck. I do 205 with pork.
Yeah.
God
210
damn.
and hold it.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
Wow.
how long?
Midnight brisket.
Yeah,
Hours.
usually when I make brisket, it comes out at midnight, and all the brisket that I make is midnight brisket.
Okay.
True,
But
yeah.
I hold it for between 20 to 30 minutes at that time.
Wow.
So let's just go over one of Los's barbecue parties. So I show up fashionably late, about 7, 8 p.m. Luckily at that point in
'cause
time,
he
the kids
knows.
have already left.
Yeah.
No, it's because you live in fucking Pflugerville,
Well,
and I live in
well.
out here, right? Yeah.
Pflugerville.
So then by the time the brisket comes out, I'm already lit.
Yeah.
And right at the point where I'm at my dick and fart jokes, like right at the point where I'm at the useless threats level, there's food, and then I sober up.
Yeah, and we just
Yeah.
kind of go, shut up, here's some
God
brisket.
damn, seriously,
exactly.
210.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so first off,
So
I'm gonna be
210 and
I'm
hold it.
gonna be that guy right now.
Go for it,
I
man.
have no bladder. I have to pee. I'll be right back.
Go do it.
Oh, you're fucking kidding me.
Make it
Yeah.
happen.
Pause.
Already?
What happened?
Okay, we're kind of starting in a weird
Okay,
spot.
so
just
I
because,
when Jake
Lo
got
said
up,
something that actually was
Mustache Jake
Yeah.
got up to took a piss, and I
Yeah.
just said how much I fucking hate Logic. And if you're
I
a
love
sound
Logic.
engineer, you listen to the fucking show. I fucking hate Logic. I like fucking Pro Tools. It's a little hard to fucking use, and it kind of
First
fucking
off-
hates me too.
First off,
And
Pro
I kinda
Tools is
fucking
the
hate Pro-
industry standard. There's nothing wrong with Pro Tools.
There you go. There you go.
I used Ableton
so
as
I
well
said I
back
fucking
when I was
hate
doing
Logic,
electronic.
and then he
Yeah.
screamed while he was peeing, "Fuck you!" And then I said, "Eat shit really loud."
like Logic.
And then Mr. Los over here, He said something that I actually really do appreciate. Say it. Go ahead, say it.
I said, screw you both, ProSonus, Studio One.
There you go, man. So a good friend of ours, Mark.
Yep.
I fucking love this guy, dude. Like Mark met us when we played a show in San Antonio and rode back on the bus with us. And I remember this night because I really kind of fucked up. Because no, because he goes, what do you guys think about Studio One from PreSonus? And like, I kind of let him have it. I was like, and I didn't like let him have it. I was like, man, I really like Ableton.
Didn't know who he was.
I go, I really like Ableton. I'm an Ableton user. PreSonus confuses the fuck out. I mean, not PreSonus. Studio One confuses the fuck out of me. Fucking dot. And he's like, well, then you didn't get the update and this and that and the other. And he's like, I helped create that.
Oh.
And he's like, and I'm more than happy to give you
foot.
to give you a key for it where you can have your own 100% copy.
Nice.
And ever since that night that we partied with him, we dropped him off at his place. He was such a nice dude. Like, out of all the bands I've been in, out of all the people like we've given rides home to and shit like that, like very respectful guest. It was his first time at Buc-ee's.
Oh,
yeah.
fuck.
He had a fucking blast.
The
I have photos of Mark and I at Buc-ee's.
Dude, it's always the best when people go to Buc-ee's the first time.
This was when Mark was with Warm
It's like
Audio.
when people from Russia go to Walmart for the first time. It's like, oh, it's a wonderland.
I mean,
it's magic.
So really quick with the Buc-ee's thing, perfect example was I can't remember the brewery, but there's a brewery. I want to say it's Belgium with it, but he's known for his sours that he does and his aging of Belgian style beer with it. And this was before I got into craft beer. It was like right before I got into everything.
Before you nerded out.
Imagine that. The guy with the mustache wants to talk about craft beer.
Go ahead,
Says the guy with the beard.
I'm not here to talk about craft beer.
Okay, yeah.
I was hoping we would get into I'd actually legs and sharp dressed men.
I'd probably say really quickly that like statistically, the number of people who drink craft beer in Austin versus mustaches versus beer is probably higher with beard.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have to say
Statistics.
that.
It's the golden beard ratio.
Is this a mustache Jake statistic, or like did like Harvard do this?
I'd actually probably put money on it. I gotta tell you, I'd put you want to put money on it? Let's find a statistician. There we go. Anyway,
I want to find us an statistician.
Listen, I've run the numbers, and you're both full of shit.
You
see, there it is.
There we go.
But
She's a data nerd.
Okay.
Trust what she says.
You're a data nerd too?
She is
I'm
a
such a
we're
data
gonna
nerd.
talk about this.
Oh, the
Bam.
spreadsheet,
dude.
Tableau.
I've got a master's in finance. I love Excel so much.
Can I get a?
I love doing my
Told you he
taxes.
was a fucking
My
nerd.
taxes.
Yes.
I love it. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
Delicious
Yeah.
data.
Dude, I look. Hold on. First off, I popped your Excel cherry, showing you the other day my Excel
I'm
sheets
hiding
from Pellets
behind my
and
pop
Patience.
filter, if you can't tell.
from Pellets and Patience. Okay, you were like, "Holy shit!" when you saw my goddamn Excel sheet going on there. So there's that. But
It's all about the macros,
I
baby.
get it.
Anyway, though,
And now
this
the
guy,
mustache makes sense.
dude, Jake. Seriously though, this guy is.
And the fact that he looks like every boyfriend Freddie Mercury ever had.
No,
in the movie Bohemian Rhapsody.
right?
No.
He's looking more like Freddie Mercury,
I'm
actually.
okay with that. You
I'm
know?
pretty sure that same guy's going to play him in the movie Queso Blanco.
Queso
Blanco. It's the same thing.
I'm feeling like Jake Gyllenhaal if he plays like a cop that just got out of the academy.
Thank you.
That's what I'm feeling.
Well
Thank
done.
you.
Well
I
done.
very much
Like you're still
appreciate it.
light.
totally
You haven't
disagree.
been through the shit yet.
I very much appreciate
You haven't
that.
had to shoot a kid.
I
Thank
see.
you.
I see him in
Everything's
some,
still a joke.
Very
some
much
latex
appreciate that.
You're
shorts
welcome.
with like some weird kind of like latex
I
suspender
can't wear
vest.
latex. My wife's
And
allergic
he's
to
like,
it.
he's like, hey Freddie, it's time for
On
you to
this
go on
episode of
stage.
TMI.
Yeah, I think we had way too much TMI the second
Yeah,
segment.
but it wasn't
so it's
about
okay.
you. It wasn't
Okay,
about
so
you.
It's
let's
my
get
show,
down to
damn
the real
it.
shit. Back to the brisket. Jesus Christ, back to the brisket. I want to hear about this fucking brisket already.
Hold on. I'm talking
Hold on.
about
Craft
the
Look,
beer
I am
Swedish
chef.
fat and I like food. All right.
Okay,
Brisket.
the Swedish chef, the Belgian brewmaster. That's what
This
we're talking
fucking
about.
guy
Hold on.
Yes,
with the
yeah.
fucking
This guy-
mustache.
Old
Digression
Witchcraft
one.
off of
Fucking guy
Lamar.
over here.
Old Witchcraft off Lamar when they were like one of the best places to buy beer in Austin before every gas station got craft beer or anything like that. I went in there and they had a tasting from this guy, and this guy was shit hammered, which was one of the best things ever because he's like this fucking 6'8" Belgian dude
So
who
that takes
barely
something.
speaks
Like,
English.
you mean like
He's
fat dirty Jake on
Oh,
$3
dude,
firemen?
this guy was great. Like, he was shit hammered. And the best thing about it is he is so proudly blushing, wearing his new Bucky shirt that is tucked into his jeans with his belt
Sounds
going.
adorable.
I was
my
like, "Did you go
God.
to Bucky's?" He goes, "Bucky's is the best thing ever."
It is, man.
He goes, "You guys in Texas
So
know how to do this."
no. Here's
Hell yeah.
when I walked into Bucky's with Mark and Los and our guitarist Zalo, and we walked in there. I looked over at Mark and I go, and I did a Hunter Thompson quote, and I was like, "This is what the whole world would be doing on Friday nights if the Nazis won the war."
Yeah.
And Los didn't catch it as a Hunter Thompson quote to begin with. He looked at me, he goes, "Jesus, man, that's kind of rough." But at the same time, I'm pretty sure that's true, man. You know.
I always like their experience of the look on their face when they first like the doors open to Bucky's and it's like, shoo,
Welcome to Bucky's.
and then they're like, aliens.
As if the fire pits and the ATVs for sale in front of a gas station didn't say enough already. It's like,
And then the magic. They're like, oh my god,
what are you
they have-
expecting in
They have
here?
everything, and I'm like, and
Yeah,
it's
they have a
12
fucking
volts.
hunting section. All right?
Also, by far, best place to take a shit on the road.
Oh my god,
by
yes.
far.
Oh yeah,
By
absolutely.
far.
They have artwork in the
Yes.
bathrooms.
Yes,
it's for
they
sale.
do,
It's
yeah.
even got a price tag. It's a little expensive.
It is a little
you know?
expensive, but you're tempted. You really are.
Yeah.
Like, I was
Yeah.
just like, I kind
You
of
stare
want that,
at it for, like,
that
5
bedazzled
minutes.
cow skull. I kind of really fucking want that.
That kind of looks like something that came from Bucky's. I'm not gonna lie.
My brother got me that.
Also,
I have-
for,
it's
for
beautiful,
my
it's
witches,
beautiful,
they
but it
have
looks like
really
a Buc-ee's
affordable cauldrons at Bucky's. So if you haven't been to Bucky's lately, go get you a
Goddamn
cast
cauldron?
iron
What?
cauldron.
Oh, no,
Okay,
man.
now
For
I
like
want to talk about
$12.
brisket, but
Oh, I'm
witches,
Cauldrons?
witches,
I'm going to segue
witches,
into
witches.
brisket. I'm going to segue into brisket.
Do it.
So talk witches. and
I
the
was
cauldron.
done. I'm just
Oh,
saying, you
okay.
can get a
All
really
right, all right.
affordable cauldron at Bucky's. The end.
All the quality cast iron I use for my cooking, it comes from Bucky's.
It sure
they
does.
have
Are you- you're kidding me.
amazing
You're fucking
kidding me, man.
cast iron
Buc-ee's.
selections, man. It is
No shit.
everything.
Why the fuck are they paying it? Well, like, how
Dude,
many
they
times
have
have we
a-
said Bucky's in the past 15 minutes?
That's our corporate sponsor.
Jesus Christ, man.
Dude, they
Why
have-
aren't we in the fucking Bucky studio?
Buc-ee's.
You're
hit us
out
up.
on the road and
They
you
have
need
a
to take
Dutch
a
oven.
shit.
You can put a
Buc-ee's.
corpse in.
Bucky's
I'm
is the
not-
best.
You can cook a
I
corpse
tested
in
it.
one of those Dutch ovens. I'm like,
Yeah.
You've got to cook a corpse in a Dutch oven.
Buc-ee's.
Bucky's got your back. We don't care about street
man.
carol cred. Just give us your money and get the fuck out.
If you're a witch or a
Okay,
hare.
okay. Back,
We have
back to
kolaches.
brisket. Back to brisket. Okay,
Absolutely.
okay. So you untrim. You go to 210, which fuck, man.
Yeah.
Most people I
Yeah,
talk to
man.
is 198. You're
You
talking
take it
fucking
to
gangster,
11.
dude.
210
That's
going on
Take
here.
your brisket to
But
11.
I gotta tell you, that makes a lot of sense, okay? Because like when you're talking about untrimming brisket and you're taking it to 210, that's how you gotta do it. Because that's how you gotta do it. Because if you're not taking it to 210, you're not holding it there, and you've got all that fat on it,
Yeah.
that's just gonna be chewy,
Exactly.
gross fat
exactly
going on there.
And
So,
there's
yeah.
remember, cooking
Yeah.
is all chemistry and physics, and so you have to look at the
Exactly.
physics
Yeah.
of the fat.
Yeah.
When does it render out?
Right.
And because cows being cows, pork is easy.
Yeah,
You know,
it is. There's no doubt.
3-2-1 method.
It's incredibly easy.
It's 100%.
Yeah.
The flavoring is difficult.
Yeah.
But with brisket, you definitely, unless you cheat and pressure cook, and I'm not going to say who I worked for that does the cheat with the pressure cook
In Texas?
in Texas.
In Austin?
Oh.
Not in Austin.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Not in Austin.
It
There
wasn't
is
Buc-ee's,
South
was
of
it?
Austin?
quite a ways. Yeah, south of Austin.
Quite a ways. Okay, that's
not
okay.
not quite a ways. About an hour and a half outside.
Are we close to them?
No. Well, you're right in the middle of them.
Okay,
We're in the
never-
middle of everything.
So
Well, I was
anyway,
just stuck in the middle with you.
I'll narrow it down to San Antonio. So there was
Oh,
a
okay. Well, there
place
we
that
go.
I worked at in San Antonio for a very short amount of time, and it was sacrilegious, but they had a very large industrial pressure cooker, one of the big stand-up ones, and they would
Holy shit.
cheat by pressure cooking for 35 minutes and then throwing it in the smoker. So it's a cheat. But the reason that pressure cooker technique works is because it gets an internal temp of 210. Renders the fat.
Can I also say that there
Interesting.
is a difference between commercial barbecue and home barbecue?
Oh, absolutely.
Home barbecue, you can put some
And
magic
competition barbecue.
Yeah,
You
there
can-
you go.
That's actually
There
one of
you
the
go.
biggest
Yeah.
in.
things.
You don't have
yeah.
to have this stuff ready to go at 10 a.m. when your customers are lining up, so
Bam.
you can take more time with it.
Yep.
You could put a little bit more
Yes.
magic in it. When you're running a commercial operation, you have customers with expectations.
Yes.
When you're just at my house, you can
Yes.
fuck off if it's not ready by the time you want to leave.
Yes.
Sorry, you get no brisket.
That was one of the first things I told you that Lewis taught me, a good friend of ours with it. And he is a big competitive barbecue guy. And when
need
I
to
was
get
telling
Lewis
him,
on the show,
we
man.
definitely do. It'd be hilarious. But one of the biggest things he told me when he first started talking to me about barbecue, because he actually opened up one of the most famous places in Austin. We're not going to get into that, but he he told me, like, when I was starting to do pork and I was being like real nitpicky and stuff, he goes, dude, first thing you need to learn right here is you can't be doing competition barbecue for your mainstay customers.
Exactly.
It's just not going to work.
You
It's just not going to work.
Well, number one rule of anything commercial food wise is consistency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to
And-
deliver the same experience
Yep.
every time.
Competition
year after
is pushing the boundaries.
Right.
And you in order for it to work, you have to have a recipe that is easily replicatable
Right.
over
All right.
And that's what I did more than anything, and that's what I stand for is simplicity when I do my
Jake,
stuff.
Jake,
Yeah.
Best cooking is simple food.
Burt Reynolds just text messaged me from Biggie Small's phone.
nice.
Okay.
He says, "Give me a call."
Do we dare?
You gonna call him
Do you
about
wanna
the
call
baby
him, or
girl who
should we
needs a
just-
flight?
You know what? Let's just stick to brisket.
Tell him we'll get with him next week.
Next
with
week,
it.
exactly.
But we're on to the next segment, and we
We-
don't have that much more time going
Exactly.
on. So
let's
yeah.
keep going. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and actually, we actually have very little time
Keep 'em
actually
moving.
left. Probably got about 15 minutes. Go on.
Bam.
But,
Brisket.
Lightning round.
10 minutes actually. But really, man. Okay. So my first question, I guess I would go is, what way do you cut your brisket? Because if you're doing that and you're bringing it to full render, I guess is the way let's say full render. That's the way I'm going to call it. I'll say full render.
You got full
with it.
render.
So-
you got the set.
Yeah.
So you got to let it sit.
How's your
The
lean?
set is
rest.
really important because a lot of people do not
rest.
do the set.
That,
A lot of
first
people.
off, that is the most important thing in meat cooking in general.
Yes.
It is.
It doesn't matter
You
what
gotta
you're
let it
doing.
rest.
do not know
that is the most
how many
important thing in
dumbass
meat.
motherfuckers pull their shit straight out of a smoker
No,
and
no,
start
no.
slicing it
Doesn't,
right there on
but
the
it doesn't
joint,
matter
man.
if it's smoker, if it's grill, if it's on the pan.
Exactly,
It
man.
doesn't matter.
Listen, I will get
Oh, yeah,
mad at
yeah.
people.
Yeah.
I will get mad at
Gotta
people.
rest. It's
Yep.
gotta be absorbed back into the meat.
Yeah.
You gotta let it
I do a
rest.
fucking
Yeah.
Viking ham on Christmas and Thanksgiving, and it's important. The set is fucking important.
You have to.
Jen got pissed off at me this year. Yeah, I just name dropped a motherfucker.
Yeah.
What did you do?
I made her wait 30 minutes before she ate ham.
I'm surprised you have all your limbs.
So
man.
first off, I do a minimum 4 hour
balls are in
rest
a
on my pork
shoebox
butt.
underneath the bed.
Minimum
It's
4.
important.
Minimum 4.
Now, do you
with it.
use low heat or you go room temp or
Yeti cooler?
nice?
In there.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
So you're
So-
using the.
Is it wrapped
the,
in foil?
Yes.
The
Yeah. I don't
resonating
wrap
heat
in
of
foil
it.
though with brisket. When I have done
Right.
brisket, I do butcher paper with brisket.
Yes. Parchment paper is another big thing too.
Fuck yeah. Yeah. Well, and I mean, it's all about breathing, right?
Right.
So that's the thing. So that's the thing is, like, when we're talking barbecue, that's
a
the thing that
living
about pulled pork is
organism.
you're wanting it to fall apart. You don't have to fucking worry about how hot it's getting in there
That's very
and
true.
steaming itself. You're wanting it to fall apart. You want to hit that full render.
Absolutely.
You want it,
It
you know.
completes its cooking
Yes.
during the rest.
And this is actually where I will say, like, people would say sacrilege with it. I actually will tell you, I think pulled pork is better if it's not served immediately with it. If you actually take all that fat, pull it, everything like that, put it into a container and you press it down to a cake and you let it sit for a day in its own fat on top of that and then
yeah.
redo it.
Why not?
Oh, that shit right there. I'm going to tell you right there. It's like
magic.
because there's I think there's two things here. Is like there is something to be said that when you get full, like, any kind of meat right off the smoker or anything like that, there's a great quality to it that it's not like a greasiness or a juiciness, but it's like a freshness that goes on there. But if you also do the thing to where you don't do, so you're like, I'm going to sacrifice freshness for more like taste that comes from fat that it's sat in its own
Right.
fat. You know, like
Right.
what is that called when you do that? I'm not a chef. I'm going to tell you right now, but there's a chicken recipe that you'll do to where you take a whole half a chicken and you like let it sit in pork fat before you cook it for a very long time, and then you cook it, and it's just so soft. You're not actually cooking it in pork fat, but you're letting it sit in pork fat, and it's like a rehydration process and everything.
It's something French. It's covfefe.
But it is something French. But that's the thing. That's like the whole
sounds
thing.
fucking delicious.
I almost
Yeah.
want to say it's convie, but I don't know if that's right or not.
I don't know with it,
Confit.
but
I've heard that word.
oh,
Confit.
confit. Yeah,
Like
okay,
duck?
yeah.
Duck
Yeah.
confit?
With fat.
Yeah,
I believe
yeah.
is what that means.
Yeah, and then confit typically is sitting in duck fat, right?
Yeah,
Isn't that what it is?
duck
Yeah.
confit.
Okay, cool, awesome.
We're probably right about that.
Yeah, why not? Fuck it.
Probably
we
right.
got
But
probably
yeah.
not.
Who's gonna
Authority,
check
I
me,
am
boo?
right.
Yeah, fuck it. I mean, whatever.
it's confit.
This is useless threats. Fuck yourself. Eat shit. So yeah. But okay. So when you go for your slice, do you do? I don't know what that slice is called, but where you get partial fatty, partial lean, or do you do only fatty, only lean kind of thing? How do you do it for your brisket?
I like having both. So
I like
do
the both,
cross
too.
cut,
I like meat
Yeah,
and crust.
which is
I love the
cutting
cross cut.
across.
Yeah.
You go
fucking
against
love
the
it.
grain in the
Yep.
cross cut
God, my
because
dick is hard.
you need the fat, dude.
You always go
Yeah.
against the
Yeah.
grain, man. You gotta do the
Exactly.
grain. Yeah. Yeah.
And so yeah, I always go with the cross cut, and it goes through. Then there's three major lines of fat in a good brisket.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you're picking out a brisket, anything that's got the marbleization. So you have the marbleization fat, you have the top fat or the back fat, and then you have the bead in between. That if you're looking at the tip, basically, there's another layer of fat
In
that
between.
sandwiches in between.
That some people separate and fuck you.
No.
Never, dude, that is sacrilegious.
Yeah.
Hell
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
That goes against the religion of Texas.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
that part of the 10 Commandments.
Yeah.
Thou shall not over trim your brisket, and thou shall not separate the spine, as
Yeah.
I call it, the
Yeah.
spine fat
Yeah.
between
Yeah.
the two layers.
Yeah.
Because they're the two layers of brisket, that meat section, they're completely different types of meat. And
Completely.
there's a
Different
completely
flavors.
different
Completely.
texture and
Yeah.
flavoring to it.
Texture
And I'm with you.
profile.
I like the both. Because
Exactly.
I think honestly that even proves an even better brisket too, right? When you do that slice, that cross section slice, if you get that perfect fatty and that perfect lean right
Yes,
there,
you're not
goddamn,
cheating it
that's-
out. You're
that's
not
right
saying
there.
you get just
Yeah.
the tip.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because I've seen guys do that, and oh man, the sacrilege that we went to the barbecue place.
Don't name them, but yeah. I ordered a half pound of brisket, and they were about to put it on my plate. You know, they carved it off the
personally
slab.
ordered a half pound yourself?
Yeah,
You sit down and eat a fucking half pound of brisket.
why not?
Yeah, I
Religion.
would too.
Anyway,
Holy
so
fuck.
they're about
You're a
like
bad
they cut it
motherfucker.
off the slab. They were about to put it on my plate, and then this
You ate a
this
half pound of pork in age
horrible-
64.
This horrible hag with her little latex gloves on takes my portion of brisket and rubs her hand over the top of it to get rid of the rendered beautiful
She
jellied
skimmed the
fat
top.
on
Oh,
top of my
no.
brisket so that it's just meat. Like there's no fat.
Oh,
It was rendered so beautifully that she could do this
Why
just
would
with her
you do
hand,
that?
and she gets rid of it. And I felt like she was strangling my dog
Because
in
somebody
front of me.
taught her to
I
do
almost
that.
cried.
Yep. Somebody
almost
told her
cried.
that you got to skim the top, and it's like
Yeah.
you don't skim the
But
top.
see, this particular restaurant
No,
that
if
I
you're
won't
gonna
name,
if you're gonna not
there's
trim,
two ways
you own
to have it.
That's
there's,
how it goes.
There's fatty
Bam.
brisket and lean, and I ordered the fatty brisket. So why did you take the fat off my brisket?
It doesn't matter. Again, in general, though, if you're not going to trim, you own the fact that you
Right.
keep the fat on. That's
it
what
was
you do.
mine.
You don't fucking half and
She
half it.
destroyed
you
my
fuck.
hopes
God
and
damn
dreams.
it. Yeah.
and I nearly
it's
cried.
terrible. It's terrible. It's a jailable offense, man. As
Yeah.
far as I'm concerned, that's jailable. Somebody should be like, oh no, barbecue cops come in and go
So
3 years.
Barbecue cows.
So I have
They
no
are.
problem
Welcome to
talking
Austin, Texas.
about how I do my stuff too with
Absolutely.
it, man. My biggest thing is so I do 225 is where I'm sitting at. I do hickory smoked with it, and I wrap once I get to 165, and then I bring it up to 205, and then I let it rest for 4 hours.
So you wrap in the stall. So you do the parchment paper on the stall, and
Aluminum foil with pork. With
It's
pork.
the same
I would
aluminum
be careful
foil.
about
hold
admitting
on,
that.
hold on. It's
That's-
the same aluminum
the
foil that we
competitors
use to
in the
smoke.
competitive world, they
Oh
consider
yeah,
that
they're
a
gonna try and
cheat.
steal you.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm not a pit
Los,
master.
It's the same aluminum foil that we use to smoke methamphetamine later on in the night.
I thought it was the paint skimmer that you spray it into the ball.
No.
to-
So
to-
he's
Yeah.
into glues.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were
Oh.
a glue man.
No, he's paint, I'm glue. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
it. Yeah.
We're very
airplane
different.
contact.
Same name,
Yeah.
very different people.
No, man. I've said from the beginning. I tell everybody they're like, oh, you're the chef. I'm like, I'm not a fucking chef. And they're like, are you a pitmaster? I'm not a fucking pitmaster. Look, dude, I can cook some good food.
Right.
And
That's
and my
what Los
cards
always says. I'm a cook.
My cards any day.
Not a
They
chef.
say they don't even say barbecue. They say purveyors of smoke beat goodness and down home comforts.
Excellent.
That's what I do.
There you go.
Yes.
I don't care about being in the competitive barbecue world. It's cool and all. That's fine. I mean, but like, dude, I like fucking around with shit. Like, perfect
Yeah.
example, my grand opening, I cooked a full alligator. That's what I did in the
Oh,
smoker.
I
in the
love
smoker.
gator.
Yeah.
Why? Because I
Yes.
fucking
Yeah.
wanted to. Who cares?
That's
I'm a
awesome.
You
fan
know,
of the
so
gator.
like, it's just like, I mean,
Because he fucking could.
because I could. That was
Nice.
it. Like, I
Hold on.
Yeah.
Who wrestled that alligator?
I'm thinking it was you, and I just didn't know you yet.
We're coming full
That's what it
circle,
was.
kids.
Yeah.
I think it was Steve Irwin's
Yeah.
Bubba.
No.
Guys, I
It
hate
was
to
one
do
of
this.
Steve Irwin's Bubba.
We gotta kill it.
We gotta kill
let's,
it, man.
Let's bring it down to an end. All right.
Okay.
So, fuck.
Way to do that.
All right.
Yeah. So
Well, you gotta pitch your
hold
shit
on, hold on.
first
No,
off.
hold
Yeah.
on. First and foremost, you got shows coming up.
Yes.
Yep. I
What's
have-
coming up?
We got Mechanismus Festival in Seattle, June 29th. And then I guess I can announce it. Minneapolis.
Go ahead. Announce all
say
your
with,
shit.
Can't say with who yet because it hasn't been officially
Okay.
announced. But we'll be in Minneapolis on July 2nd. And we got an album coming out.
Got an album coming out. Hell
Awesome.
yeah.
May Day is the target. So May 1st.
Cool.
And
May 1st.
it is
Awesome.
Where-
entitled
where-
Valkyrie.
Where can we find it?
Yes.
And
Fuck yes.
it'll be on our Bandcamp, which is Countermeasure. .bandcamp.com.
It's not going to be on Spotify.
It will be released to Spotify.
Okay.
I'm beta testing their Artist Direct, which means that I upload.
You're
my
not
craft
going through
to,
CD Baby or anybody
Nope.
else. You're going
I'm
to
going direct through Spotify.
We were talking about this the other
Badass.
day.
Yeah, we were
okay.
talking about this.
and they
the
got
other day.
podcasts now.
Huh?
Something for you guys to look into.
Yeah.
I know that. I know
They're
that
going
Mike's out
whole
looking at
hog,
it too.
going whole
Yep,
hog on
yep,
podcasts,
yep.
buying in
That's
deeply.
fucking awesome, and I highly recommend that you check this out. And if you want to hear some of his work, if you're not a Countermeasure fan or haven't heard Countermeasure, get on Spotify and listen to his work as Torque Order. And you can also listen to his work as Adoration Destroyed. Well, I mean,
Yeah, well, it's I was
You're the
their
drummer.
road drummer, but
Yeah.
it's
okay.
still
So
it's great
you were a
music.
live musician in that.
Yeah.
So I was a little confused in that myself. I apologize, but yeah. So amazing musician, composer. Yeah, fuck you, fuck you.
No, it's true
Eat
though.
shit.
It's
He's
really
obviously
true.
fucking hilarious barbecue guy too.
Yeah.
So and one last time, where you playing? When?
July 29th, or I'm sorry, June 29th in Seattle, the Mechanismus Festival at the High Line.
The
Really good
High Line,
food too.
the Mechanismus.
Mechanismus Festival.
Mechanismus.
There you go.
Good
and then in Minneapolis on
Jake is going to be at
July
the
2nd.
Mustache Sneezes Festival.
Mustache sneezes.
It's at a gay bar down the street.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'll say in general too. Since this is the first time we got into barbecue, I know we're gonna get into cars too.
Oh, yeah.
You know, between us and everything. But yeah, we'll have to have y'all back on.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
definitely
You have
go
to come
and
back
do-
on.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we'll talk a lot more about barbecue
So-
too. And we got to start calling you about your analysis, your
yes,
professional
our
analysis.
Useless
on our
Threads
R4R,
official sexologist.
You know, looking for love segment. You know,
You can
and,
just call me Dr. J.
Dr.
Dr.
J,
J.
not a doctor.
J.
not like
Dr. Phil's not a doctor.
no relation to
It's fine.
Dr.
What?
Dre.
We can do this now.
What
Or
was
Dr.
it like? There was like a
Dre.
production
Yeah, no
company that used to
basketball
always be after
references.
TV
Yeah.
shows, and it goes not a doctor.
Yeah.
And like
Not a
every time
doctor.
it's I was
Dr.
like
J,
not a doctor.
Not a
Dr. J.
Dr. J, not a doctor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
Love
have to
it.
have the both of them back on again, man. When we start
Yep.
doing cooking with assholes.
Yep.
Oh,
If
yeah.
Tom can't make it to
Oh,
fucking
that's
Texas,
gonna be great cooking with
Uncle
assholes.
Tom. If
Yeah.
Uncle Tom can't make it to fucking Texas,
Tom's gonna come and slaughter you for that.
Rolling Stones called him Uncle Tom. I don't give a shit. He can beat my ass. I don't give a fuck.
Dude, all I gotta say is,
I think Los should be the first on cooking with
oh
assholes.
no, I'll say this: cooking with assholes. Give me the tamales section. Or the
Oh yeah, let's
Yes.
make fucking tamales on cooking with assholes.
Yes.
Now, one last thing that I have to bring up. I really have to bring this up before we kill the show.
Yeah.
Have you convinced any failed drummers that we're putting cough drops up our buttholes?
yes, I have. I made like 3 cough drop references throughout
Awesome.
the
Awesome.
country.
Sucrets.
Sucrets.
That's
No.
like he's obsessed with
Only on
sucrets.
Wednesday.
I don't
We
know
use
what's
we
up.
use Los Cola.
Los culos.
Awesome. Thank y'all for listening in. Thank you for everybody
shit.
checking out the live feed, and
Eat shit.
we'll be back next week.
Eat
Thanks, y'all.
shit.
Cheers.
Eat
Okay,
shit.
bye-bye.